Welcome back to another episode of the What We Gonna Do podcast. I am your host, AJ. Hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody, had a good week, good month. Hope y'all having a good year. I just hope everybody, feeling good and doing good, and the kids is doing good. I know school about to start, so for all of those who are parents, I wish y'all luck. This gonna be my first year dealing with it, you know what I'm saying? But me and my wife, we gonna make it do what it do, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get everything, situated, as I like to say. But my daughter, I think she ready. We got a couple of events to kind of attend. I guess they got some type of like workshop type thing, you know what I'm saying? Some type of camp, 4-hour camp little thing. And then they got some back to school event this month or whatever. So she'll be in school, before the month is out. You know what I mean? This is going to be my little girl first time going to an actual school. Y'all, I don't know if I told y'all how old my little girl is, but she's 4. She'll be 5 in December. Her birthday, she got one of them late birthdays, Texas. I think I did kind of talk about it in one of these last couple of episodes, but yeah, so we got her in the school. She had to go take a test, and you know what I'm saying? And that's a whole other, conversation, some parental stuff. But anyway, she gonna be starting school this year, so that's what's up. Starting early, you know what I'm saying? Getting in early, Before I get too far off into just talking about myself, y'all know y'all can find me on social media at What We Gon' Do Pod. That's GONE. That's on Instagram and Twitter. If you would like to support the show, please visit patreon.com/What We Gon' Do, and whatever donation you can make is greatly appreciated. If you are thinking about starting a podcast, please visit podbean.com/What We Gon' Do and get a free 30 days of unlimited hosting on me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of the new followers on Podbean. I appreciate Podbean having me as the featured site of the week last week. Well, not last week, but the week before last, because when I'm recording this, obviously it's not this past week, it's the week before. But I'm still listed on the featured list, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not the site of the week, literally, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate all of the new followers on Twitter, whoever, rock with me on Instagram. All of the old followers, y'all know I fuck with y'all heavy, you know what I'm saying? If you fool with me, if you cool with me, and all that good stuff. Feel free to email me, whatwegondo@gmail.com. Any questions, comments, concerns. If you want to talk about the bag, please DM me. Don't even email me. You can email me too, but DM me if you really want to talk about that bag, because I ain't worried about everybody else, you know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and get straight to that bag talk. So yeah, email me, you know what I'm saying? All my people out there, let me know how y'all feeling. I appreciate any feedback that I get on any episodes. Make sure y'all share, retweet, comment, like, subscribe, review, do all of that good shit that's gonna help out the show and just make it bigger and better and get it introduced to more people. These are conversations that we need to have. These are things that we need to talk about. I think that some of the things that are coming out of the podcast, just from stuff that I'm seeing, is really good. You know what I mean? It's starting a conversation. And that's, of course, what I set out to do with this podcast, man. This is not your everyday podcast. This is unlike any other experience you are going to listen to. Each episode, you can dive right in. You don't have to start with this latest episode. You don't have to start with the oldest episode. Find a topic, a subject that relates to you, and listen to that junk. And send me feedback or whatever. I don't care if it's old or new. We can have a conversation on Instagram or Twitter. Hit me up. Outside of that, I'm going to jump right into this episode. Hopefully I can get this junk edited. I can get this junk up for everybody by this Saturday. I'm not going to tell y'all what Saturday this is, just in case I don't get this damn episode up. But I plan on getting it up. I just have a busy 24 hours. So, I like to have all my ducks in a row with this week. And, this past week, I just really ain't had the time. But I can't leave y'all without an episode. Today, we are talking about the lies we tell. I know y'all ready for another guest. I'm ready for another guest too. We gonna figure it out. Now that I'm in Texas, you know what I mean. Some things have changed, but I'm figuring it out. You know what I mean. I ain't really got no people out here. All my people is in Arkansas, so this is a learning curve for me, especially as it relates to the podcast, because a lot of things that surrounded the podcast are related to Arkansas. But as I continue to live out here and get to know people and meet up with fellas and whoever else I encounter, you know what I mean, dualistic, you know what I mean, whoever I run into, whatever Dallas podcasts or surrounding areas and other podcasts, whether they be black, white, Hispanic, whatever they is, Asian, you know what I'm saying, link up with these different people. We gonna collaborate. We gonna make it do what it do. We gonna get some shit recorded, and we gonna talk about some real stuff, because I don't want y'all to just hear me. Even me, when I'm going into these different things, I kind of have a rollout and a layout, and I have all of these different ideas, but timing is of the essence. I have episodes, you know what I'm saying, that I can put out, that I can record where it's just me. But in my mind, I'm always thinking about, okay, what did I do in the last couple of episodes? I haven't done this, you know what I mean? Maybe I need to switch it up. Maybe I need to add this. I'm just thinking about that as a podcaster and what I think about as far as my show. Shit I would like to see. I can only imagine the shit y'all would like to see, but I think about it because I'm a fan of my own shit, you know what I'm saying? And I like to switch it up. I don't really like doing the same shit over and over and over. And I know I give y'all different content every time I drop an episode, but I also like to do other things. And y'all see these little caveats, but guests, I definitely have them as a part of the show. They're not a main part of the show, but there are certain things that I need other individuals to chime in on so we can go back and forth, and also to open up the conversation a little bit more for those of you who don't share 100% of the same ideals as myself, or maybe have a different view of a view of opinion. I know we talk on social media and stuff like that, but to get y'all actually on the podcast, and I know y'all probably gonna be like, well, here's some suggestions and this is what you can do. I don't need y'all suggestions. I'm gonna be honest. I don't need y'all. I think I got it. You know what I'm saying? If I ask y'all, that's one thing, but don't send me no suggestions. A lot of shit I be saying, y'all know I'm joking, but I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do whatever y'all do, man. I appreciate everybody that fuck with me, man. If you got some advice, you want to DM me, you want to send me some shit, you want to pay for something, you know what I'm saying? Send me a microphone or whatever the case may be. Go on, send that joint. Put that money. I got the Cash App, you know what I'm saying? The Cash App is popping, so if you want to send something to the Cash App, holler at me and I will put that junk out there just for y'all. All right. Back to the main reason why we are here, the lies we tell. So I'm going to talk about the lies men tell, the lies men tell themselves, the lies women tell, the lies women tell themselves, and talk about a few rumors. I don't know exactly how it's going to come out, but in my mind, this is theoretically the layout and how this is going to work out. And I got some stuff for y'all, you know what I mean? Some stuff that I thought was pretty interesting. And really this came about because, man, there's so much going on as far as rumors and lies and truth coming out and just all of this different stuff. And I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about this. And this is an episode I kind of wanted to do before, but I really had a different concept of how that conversation was going to go. So this is kind of a flip version of that, because I still think, these are some things that I would like to talk about, just openly, because I haven't really done that, but I always think this stuff is funny, and definitely to the people that see me in person and talk to me, just on the phone or whatever the case may be, they hear these things. They hear my thoughts on some of these lies and shit where I be like, man, that sounds like some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't even sound right. That shit don't even make no sense. So y'all gonna get to hear a little bit of that today. Starting off, and y'all women tell me about this. I'm gonna start off with the men, but y'all tell me about this. I got way more shit for the women. Way more. That was confusing, but anyway, women, this is what I believe y'all the best fucking liars, man. Y'all the biggest liars in the world, in my opinion. Yes, Y'all do it way better than we do, and y'all do it for way longer than we do. But that's what I believe. That's what I think. That's what I got to say. But we're gonna start out with the men. This one I don't know about. I don't know. Y'all tell me if y'all done heard this. I probably have heard it like in a movie or something like that. I don't know if I've heard it in person, but I guess people do this. And oh yeah, let me give y'all another caveat. Man, I really don't lie. So when I was looking at all this shit, I'm like, man, who does this? Like, who got time and energy for this? Even when I was younger, and y'all heard the whole episode where I talked about, just don't lie, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But this is stuff to where it's like, I guess because I haven't lied and I've done my best to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth, even if it's blunt, even if you don't like it. So when I see a lot of this stuff, it's foreign to me because I'm so far removed from making up shit, man. I feel like, live your truth, you know what I'm saying? And nobody can hold that against you because guess what? It's yours. You give it out freely and you hold it in, confidently, whatever, however you do it, it's yours. You own that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I own mine. So some shit, y'all ain't never gonna hear. My L's, I'm taking some of them to the motherfucking grave. I am not going, you know what I'm saying? It's not happening. Okay. Me, I graduated top of my class. I really want to know, do people do that? Do people just change that up a little bit? Do people really embellish on, I do this type of job, or I did this, or I used to work for this, or do men really be lying about shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know men do lies, but I'm like, specifically about they graduated in the top of their class, or they got this type of degree, or they did this. Like, do men still do that? You know what I'm saying? Where they telling y'all women that they doing this, that, and the third? I don't know. Some of the little things I saw about this is men have a hard time admitting failure, which I can agree. I can understand a man having a hard time admitting failure. Not that I can understand a man lying. Be honest or don't talk about it. I think when I was younger, if I didn't have something, or if I didn't accomplish something, or if I wasn't where I wanted to be, I didn't lie about it. When I stayed with my mom, when I didn't have this, when I didn't have a car, when I didn't have a phone, like the shit that I didn't have, I didn't really talk about it unless it came up in conversation. When I was dating, we were dating. She wanted to get to know me. I wanted to get to know her. Some of the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It was not a subject of conversation. Now, again, I was younger when I was out in the field. So shit was different. There was more leeway. I understand we are older now, so those conversations go quite differently. So that's why I want to know now that we're older. Whoever listen to my show, I don't know what age group y'all in, whether y'all in y'all 20s or y'all 30s or y'all older than that. I just want to know, do men specifically be lying about their accolades and things of that nature, their accomplishments and shit like that? They just be making that shit up. So that's just, I don't know, that's real weird to me, man, just to be making up some stuff like that. How our culture defines success is important to a man. I agree with that. All of this stuff, which could go into a guy lying, I agree with. Not to say I agree with a person lying, but I do agree that we have a hard time admitting failure. We definitely care about being successful. This is a classic case of the runaway male ego designed to present a man in the best light. I think everybody wants to present themselves in the best light. I just don't think you have to lie to do it. Again, I don't think that last part is specific to men, where they make themselves seem grander than what they are, because I think everybody does that. We know, looking at social media, everybody puts their best foot forward, but that's not the reality. That's not everyday life. Another one, of course I like your friends. I don't know if guys say it exactly like that, but that's definitely a lie. I think if a dude say, of course I like your friends, he either like them, like he interested in them, or he lying. You know what I'm saying? He might be like, they cool. I think it's one thing to say, your friends is cool, and and it really do depend on how long y'all been together. This is one of them timing type of things. If y'all ain't been together, let's say 6 months, and he talking about I really like your friends, I think he caking. I think he kissing ass. I think he putting on. I don't think he really telling the truth how he feel about your friend. He don't even know him like that yet. You know what I'm saying? He don't know about they being, he don't know about if they catty or petty or whatever the case may be. Like, he don't know about all that shit. So he can say your friends is cool and they seem like cool people or whatever, but for him to be talking about he like your friends, it's like, what you mean, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna spill the beans. Like, what you mean, big dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, you like them like you interested in them, or you like them like, you know what I'm saying, you just telling a lie. That's what I think, you know what I'm saying? I again, y'all let me know. Do any of y'all fellas say that, where y'all just be telling these women y'all like they friends or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and or they friends is cool, whoop-de-whoop. Any of y'all be telling, does that even come up, a conversation about their friends? I know that in the dating, to me, it was always important to talk about, like, stuff like that, as far as like my friends and who I hang out with and stuff like that, and possibly introducing them to my family and stuff like that, and seeing how people get a feel for each other, because you do want to know if people gonna clash. Like, you ain't got to be my friend's best friend. You do got to be cordial, period. I'm not playing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a problem with my friends, I got a problem with you. You feel me? Now, you can have a problem with them and not tell me and not voice it, and we'll be all right. But if you gonna have a problem with my friends who I've known longer than you, then you got to go. That just ain't gonna work, because I need somebody who can deal with my friends. And I'm gonna give you that same thing with your friends, unless your friends is like crazy and they some hoes and they tripping and they on a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna give you that same thing. I ain't just gonna be like, oh, I don't mess with no females. Now I'm gonna get to know them. I'm gonna see what their names is. I'm gonna get some, you know what I mean? I'm gonna, like, I tell my wife all the time, man, like, if these people is like your sisters, I fuck with them and I got love for them, because that's how you feel about them. Because that's how I feel about my homeboys. Like, these my brothers, you know what I'm saying? I love these dudes. These, man, like, we done been in the trenches together. So I can understand that. That's a mutual kind of understanding and a mutual type of respect for these relationships that existed before I came into the picture. No, I can't call you. I don't even know where I'll be. This is fucking funny. When I read this, I thought this was funny, because I definitely know some niggas have used this. This is definitely some bullshit. I'm just gonna be honest. This is definitely some bullshit. If a nigga tell you, no, I can't call you, I don't even know where I'll be. So typically this comes up when A, a guy is leaving the house. B, you texting a guy and I don't even know if there's a C. Like, or C could be like if they are riding with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't got their charger. But that whole ain't got my charger shit, that shit only goes so far. Like, that's kind of like some bullshit, because we know everybody kind of keep the same chargers, and everybody got a car charger. So you got an iPhone, your boy got an iPhone, you could have charged your phone. You got an Android, your boy got an Android, you could have charged your phone at some point in time. So to sit here and say, no, I can't call you, number one, that sounds funny right there. So if you can't call her, are you saying that you can text her? And if you can text her, why can't you call her? And I guess it's assumed, oh, maybe he in the club or whatever. Well, how would you go to a club and you don't know where you are? Like, how many guys, mature guys, are riding around with their homeboys and they literally don't know where the fuck they are? In college, that's one thing. Yes, I definitely have been there, to where I didn't know where the fuck we was going. I didn't know the name of the place until we got there, yada, yada, yada. But as a grown person, it's highly unlikely I'm going anywhere and I don't know where the fuck we're going. I don't know what the plan is. Like, I don't know what the move is. Niggas always know what the move is. Whatever. That's you know what I'm saying? Dudes always know what the move is. If I got enough sex or better sex at home, I wouldn't need to cheat. You know, I've heard this, and probably, again, I've seen this in movies and shit like that. I haven't done this. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's like a frustration type of thing. Like, I think that can be true sometimes, and it can be false. I think a dude can be, funny acting, and he can say some stuff like that when he's upset or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or, of course, he just flat out lying. I mean, to say if I got enough or better sex at home, I wouldn't need to cheat. What's kind of on your mind? If that's the end all be all, if that's really the bedrock of the relationship, there should be more things that should prevent you from cheating. Love should have brought your ass home last night. It's like my favorite. That's the funniest shit in the world. But it's like, that's the line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there are other things that are involved in a relationship that should prevent you from cheating, whether it be a child, again, whether it be love, whether it be happiness, whether it be your religion. There should be things outside of just sex that prevent you from cheating. What I will admit, though, is that, yes, for a lot of people, for most people, sex is important. And I think that you need to have that conversation with your significant other if there are things that she is not doing, that she could do better, that she could work on, or that she is not doing enough of. Those are open conversations that you should have with your significant other. I don't think you should just let that shit boil up. I don't think you should just let it sit. I don't think you should just assume that, yeah, she know I got a problem with this. She know I'm feeling this type of way. No, I think that you need to have that conversation and put it on the table. If you don't do that, and if things continue the way that they are, you have to blame yourself, because you are a part of the problem. If you put it on the table and she's still doing whoop-de-woo, then that's on her. That's on her. It's not what it seems. This is one of them lies where it's like, ain't too much to say. This is like one of them caught red-handed lies. It's not what it seems. Well, shit, what is it? You know what I mean? What does it look like? I think that if a dude has to say this, he's probably in trouble. You know what I mean? It's too much evidence against him. This is like if you went to court and they like, oh yeah, this is an open and shut case. We got all the shit, boom, 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 boom. You can't sit there and be like, oh, it's not what it seemed. I know I had the glove. I know my blood match. I know I had the knife. I know this, and this. But it's not what it seems. Like, brother, tell the truth, shame the devil. You might as well go and tell the truth if you got to say it's not what it seems. If you get caught hanging with a female, if you get caught texting a female, if you get caught just in somewhere where you didn't say that you were, you said you were somewhere else, you said that you don't do this, or I don't smoke, or I don't blah, 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 and you get caught up, you might as well go and tell the truth. Now, if your homeboy got something to do with it or something like that, that's one situation. But if you just sitting there and you know you living a certain way and you know you doing certain stuff, you might as well forget that whole, it's not what it seems. I totally forgot. I'm sorry about that. This is the truth. All right. Y'all women got to let this shit go. If a nigga say, I totally forgot, I'm sorry about that, y'all got to let that go. We be forgetting shit, man. I'm sorry. We might need to do better and write some shit down, whatever the case may be, but we be forgetting. I think that this is more truth than it is lie. I'm sure that sometimes people intentionally forget on stuff, but that's not all the time. You know what I'm saying? As far as people forgetting about stuff. Sometimes people just don't care. But again, if you don't care, don't lie about it, man. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth. But women, if he tell you this, he probably telling the truth. Believe him. Give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry. Totally forgot. Give him the benefit of the doubt. He probably forgot. You know what I mean? Give him some slack. I just had to make a quick stop. I'll be home in a minute. This is definitely a lie, but this is one that both men and women tell. I can't just put this on us. That's what the research said, that this was something that men say. And I think everybody do this, man. This is, to me, is just like a little white lie. You know what I'm saying? You get to running some more errands. You get to talking. And you end up doing something that you thought would be done a lot sooner, a lot quicker. You would be back, whoop-de-woo. This is just one of them things where it's like, alright, you know what I'm saying? Ain't even no point in lying. Just tell them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I end up doing this, end up getting caught up doing this. Because if you don't just say what it is and you just think the person supposed to let it go after you done told them something else, they gonna hold on to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna hold on to it, and then it's just gonna cause more of an issue opposed to you just telling them where the fuck you was at, what you was doing. Unless it's like you doing some type of surprising them type of shit. Because if you don't, they definitely gonna assume you lying. If you do tell them the truth, they might assume you lying. Like, they might be like, okay, that shit sound true, but then it also sound lie because the time don't add up and yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? But save yourself. Go ahead and tell the truth on that one. It's not you. I have a lot of stuff going on. I think this is universal. I want to say this came up for the women too, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure, but I've definitely heard men say this. When I've heard it, they've been telling the truth, but sometimes, I wouldn't even say sometimes, probably more often than not, if a dude gotta say this, it's not you. I just have a lot of stuff going on. That's on him. Like, you are not a priority. If a dude tell you that you're not a priority, this is not because he cares about you or he's concerned. This is not a scenario where you need to feel like, well, what can I do? Well, where can I contribute? Well, how about this? And I can just come see you. That's that stupid shit. If a dude tell you that, if it look like a rat and smell like a rat, it's probably a fucking rat. If a dude sit there and let those words come out of his mouth, believe him. But don't believe that he got all of these problems going on and the weight of the world on his shoulders. Believe that you are not the issue. And that he has a lot of stuff going on that just doesn't involve you or relate to you or have to do with you at all. Believe that. Don't believe the other stuff. It's just really hard to plan things right now. I don't know if dudes say this. This might be like, I don't know, maybe this is a married thing, maybe this is a relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing. It could be like a dating type of thing. I think that, let's say if you married and you say it's just really hard to plan things right now, you could be telling the truth, you could be lying. You probably are telling the truth. And maybe you don't have the time off. Maybe you don't want to miss out on any money because you don't have any paid leave. Like, maybe there's some type of scenario where you can't make it work because of how your schedule is and you work on the weekends or you work this, that, and the third. That could be legitimate, especially if you are married. If you have a girlfriend, again, same things apply. Even if you're single, the same things apply. But I think that if you single or you have a girlfriend, you really got to make it shake. When you married, you got a little bit more leeway because this is your wife. She's more understanding. With your girlfriend, she not going to go for that shit too much. She ain't going to go for too many times of you saying it's just really hard to plan things right now. When you know she want to do something with you, when you know she want to go out, when you know she want to meet your friends, she want to meet your mom, all this other type of shit, you going to have to make that shit work. You're going to have to move some shit around because I always tell people there are 365 days in a year. There are 52 weeks in a year. There are however many minutes in a day. There are 24 hours in a day. You know, there are 7 days a week. There are, 366 days in a leap year. How do you not have time? You are probably lying. So when you're saying it's just really hard, again, I put this in with the other thing is that it's not, it's just really hard to plan with this person in mind. It's not hard for you to get together with your homeboys or people that you want to do stuff with. It's just hard with this specific person. Period. Point blank. Real talk. That's what I think. She's just a colleague at work. Come on now. I don't know. Black people ain't saying that. Black people, it probably goes like, oh, she's just a girl I work with. Brother, let me tell you something. You gonna get yourself in trouble already. These are two lies that I know somebody already lying or they getting ready to lie. When your girls say anything and they only say friend, it's a man. Because if a woman is talking about another woman or a female, they going to say that girl's name, all right? If she say man, friend, she talking about a man. Guys, if you say this or coworker, she know probably not talking about a dude. You probably talking about a female. Fellas, I'm going to give you a clue. This is a terrible lie. Just say you was talking to whatever this person's name is. Just say that. That'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? Save yourself. Now, again, you could be lying. This person could definitely be more than just a friend. She say, this person could definitely be more than just a friend. So I would definitely say this is a legitimate lie. And people do this. So watch out. If they say that person's name, they probably not lying. If they don't say that person's name, they probably lying. I just want to be your friend. I remember a fire pickup line, and it goes like this. Do you have a boyfriend? She replies, yes. He replies, would you like a husband? That shit is fire. I was like, that's a hell of a pickup line. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to repeat it, just rewind it and listen to what I said again, because I ain't going to say it again. But, man, that shit is fire. I don't know if that shit will work, but that shit is fire. All right? That's a fire pickup line. I just want to be your friend. I think dudes definitely still do this. I do not believe no grown-ass man at 30 is making new female friends just because they need a friend. Get the fuck out of here. I believe that same thing for women. I definitely don't give men as much room as I give women, because I think women, it's possible. There is a possibility. Men are definitely lying. There's no reason you should be making random female friends over the age of 30 and just saying you needed a friend or you just wanted to be her friend. That guy is up to something. He's definitely lying. There's something weird about that. If he says he just wants to be your friend, he just wants to get to know you, nothing more, nothing less, probably lying. Definitely has an ulterior motive, which has yet to be seen, but there is an ulterior motive for sure. On to the women. Lies women tell. We talked about the lies men tell. Now we're talking about the lies women tell. Way more lies here. Way more. But I kind of cut my list off because I was just like, damn, this is going way too far. Having sex will bring us closer. That's a lie women tell themselves. That is some bullshit. I don't know where women got that from. I guess they got that from like a younger age, thinking that because their body is so personal, and I don't, this could be explained another way, but because it's so precious, that giving a man your body is like giving him the best of you. Like, he should know how important that is and how valued that is, that you decided to give him your body. I still beat. That shit got me rolling on Twitter right now. I'm sorry, ladies, but that is very funny to me, whatever y'all want to say. So I think women can say that too, you know what I'm saying? They can say they still, got some head. You can flip it. It's like it's funny, man. I don't know why people taking that so seriously, man. It's real funny to me. But anyway, women, having sex generally will not bring you too closer. Yes, the Bible and different things talk about when two spirits intertwine and they become connected. And yes, it definitely is a deeper connection. But that does not mean you guys are any closer than you were when you had sex. You're closer to having sex more often and more frequently. You're closer to getting some head or giving some head. You're closer to some more sexual acts. That does not mean that man will be closer to you or that you will be closer to that man. You may feel like you're closer to that man, but that ain't always reciprocated. So women, stop telling yourselves this, that if you give him your body, or if you give him your mouth, that he's going to be closer to you and he's going to do right and he's going to do this. That is just plain foolishness. He's a man. You're a woman. Bodies. You know what I mean? Bodies. He may care about you a little bit more, but there's way more that goes into getting to know someone or being with someone than just sex. Sex to me is like the icing on top of the cake. You got all of this other shit that goes into the cake and making the cake and prepping it and buying it and all of this other shit or ordering it. But the sex is the icing. It just makes everything come together and makes it all better when you're getting some type of affection and some type of love and intimacy and all this other type of shit. You could even call it a requirement, but I don't think that it is the most important part of a relationship. I don't even think it should be the most important part of a relationship, and I don't even think it's something that, you can say will make your relationship. You definitely should work on some other shit if you think that that's going to bring you and this man who wants your body closer together. You know what I mean? I'm trying to not be so blunt. All the good men are taken. This could be an episode by itself. Y'all know that's a fucking lie. Y'all know that's a lie. But you know what? I've seen both sides of the coin. I've seen very intelligent women and different women I interact with that are single. And I literally have no idea how or why they are single. You know what I mean? Then I have other scenarios where I do think some of y'all crazy as hell, and y'all know exactly why y'all ass is single, and y'all know exactly why the good men run away from y'all and stay away from y'all. This right here, all good men are taken. Clearly, all good men are not taken. Yes, good men exist. Good women exist. I never have really liked that saying that all the good ones are taken, because you still got a whole group of fellas that's like, all the good women is taken, all the good women is ran through, all the good women got kids, all the good women don't want to work, it's like with shit. If everybody's saying everybody gone, somebody lying, man. This is one of them things where you playing spades and it's only 13 books and both of y'all bidding 7. Somebody lying, okay? Somebody finna come up short. Cause that don't add up. 7 and 7 is 14. Ain't no 14 books in spades. It's only 13 books. Somebody said. Showing up at his house at 2 a.m. to talk about where our relationship is going isn't crazy. Definitely a lie. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy. I think women use this. This is one of them things where y'all women get over on us men, because 2 a.m., what they say, ain't nothing open after 2 a.m. except legs and liquor stores and Walmart. That's it. That's that old saying. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing open after 2 a.m. except legs and liquor stores and Walmarts. Outside of that, there is no reason you should be popping up at no man's house to just talk about where y'all relationship is going. You either trying to fuck, you either think he cheating, or you just crazy. You know what I'm saying? There are a few things that kind of fall into that, but to say that is perfectly normal, you are lying to yourself. That is not normal to even pop up at a nigga house for whatever reason. That ain't normal at all. He didn't mean it. Y'all really say this? And yes, he meant it. Women, I hope y'all don't be saying this. I hope y'all don't tell y'all friends this. I hope y'all don't believe this. But if y'all say he really didn't mean it, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. All right? Talk like a duck, it's a duck. If you have to say this, you're trying to psych yourself out to make yourself believe that he really didn't mean it. He probably did. Even if he did it out of anger, he probably meant it. If he said he don't want to be in a relationship no more, he probably meant it. If he said he was with some type of female, he probably meant it. If he said he went to the strip club, he probably meant it. Like, guys, again, we are not very good liars. So we tell on ourselves, and we say a lot of stuff, even if we may say it the wrong way, but we probably telling the truth 98.9% of the time. You know what I'm saying? 0.99, whatever you want to say, probably telling the truth. So if you have to say he really didn't mean it, that really means he meant it. And even if he apologizes for it, you know what I'm saying? What's the whole thing? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But words typically live a lot longer than sticks and stones for whatever reason. That's just kind of how it goes. I can't think of the other little phrase that they say, but emotional abuse is real. Physical abuse is real. Don't try to sugarcoat it and say he really didn't mean it. Couples in love spend all their time together. This is some bullshit. This is some clingy bullshit. This is not true at all. People need time apart. You can love your job, but you need time away from your job. You can love your kids, but you need time away from your kids. So couples in love spending all their time together, this is definitely a myth. This is some shit women say to keep men in the house, to keep them from cheating, to keep them from whatever. This is just some shit to say. That's all that it is. That's all that it is. It's not a reality. I don't care how many examples you get. Well, they always that nigga probably wants to hang himself. If the guy who you want to use as an example saying, oh, well, such and such boyfriend and such husband and whoever, whatever, want to spend all the time with his wife and it ain't no problem and you don't want to, that nigga he doing something. Something ain't right about that. This is false. 110%. People need time apart. You need time to learn and grow as an individual. So does this other person. Just because you guys are in a relationship does not mean that you two as individuals stop growing. So that's some clingy, crazy stuff to me. He must have lost my number. Women, do y'all tell yourselves this? Do y'all tell yourselves that? He must have lost your number. And niggas ain't lose nothing. Either he was too drunk to put it in, or he didn't put it in, or he just didn't call you. I remember men, we kind of have like a time frame where we want to see before we reach out to a woman. Like, it depends on how interested we are. Like, we gonna wait. You know what I mean? Y'all remember that, the waiting game? You don't call a chick right after you get the number. You kind of let it sit a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Make her think about you and wonder and da-da-da-da-da. But a lot of times, women be lying about giving you their numbers in the first place. I know when I was young and I started this, I was like, I'm calling you right now. I ain't doing none of this. I got a few fake numbers, and I was like, oh, I'm done with this shit. I'm not finna do this old fake number stuff. And then you call, and it's a wrong number, out of service. Now, some females really did let their phones go, get cut off or whatever. But I was like, I'm gonna call you right now. That's what most dudes should be doing. You know what I'm saying? They should be calling you like right now. But if they not, I don't know. This is most likely, this is a lie. You definitely lying to yourself and lying to other people. He probably is not going to call you. I'm sorry. I'll be the one to change his mind about believing in marriage, having children, etc. Definitely another lie. Saying that you'll be the one. First off, you going off the premise that you can change a man's mind. And that you're messing with a person to where you're telling yourself you have to change this person's mind. So you already know what type of person you're dealing with. So for you to sit there and say, I have to change his mind, or go into it saying, I'll be the one to change his mind about all of this stuff, you probably won't. You can have faith, you can believe in yourself, you can hype yourself up, but again, this is another lie. You should not tell yourself. This is another lie. You should not tell your friends, all right? Because you will be like the rest of these females that's sitting here messing around with a dude that don't want to marry you, that don't want to commit, that don't want to do this, that, and the third. So do not put yourself in that position thinking that you're going to change this man's mind about all of this stuff. that's probably not the man for you, because clearly you two are not equally yoked, and this man does not have the same interests that you do. My boyfriend thinks that I'm totally cool, that he's good friends with his ex. Now, let me translate that for black folks. My boyfriend think I'm cool with him having girlfriends. Definitely a lie. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a lie. If she telling you that, don't believe it, all right? Because it already seems weird for a man who is in a relationship to have some type of woman friend, and for you to sit here and have, especially if she look good, oh man, that's a lie. It's nice and it's cool, and I definitely think it can happen and that you can have that type of relationship, but women don't even start off on that premise of telling a lie, you know what I mean, that you know what I'm saying, you cool with him having female friends. Tell him how you really feel. Say it with your chest, you know what I'm saying? Go on ahead and put it out there. I definitely believe when y'all say this, y'all are lying. And I don't necessarily know if this is an insecurity thing. I think all people are a little insecure. I think it's just human nature when you are dating somebody of the opposite sex. It makes sense. Same sex, friends of the same. But when you are dating somebody of the opposite sex and they have friends of the opposite sex, it's a little sketchy. Especially depending on how long they've known this person and what type of relationship they have and how that person looks. Sketchy. She's always right. Come on now. That's definitely a lie. Women that believe they always right. That's the lie in itself. And what I mean by that is, do your arguments with your girlfriend usually end up with her admitting that you're right and that you know better than her and you actually believe her, even if she realizes she's wrong? Chances are slim to none that she'll actually admit it. The fact is that many women will tell you that you're right to shut you up. But what they're really thinking is, he'll find out soon enough that I'm right. Then they'll proceed to find some devious way to prove their point to you. Women are not always right. Men are not always right. We are fallible, but I definitely think in this case, women aren't as right as they think they are. I think men are more right. You know what I mean? So, and I only say that because I feel like men do more apologizing, right or wrong. Women don't do as much apologizing, right or wrong. So the whole narrative of you and your feelings as a woman and you feeling justified and you feel like you right and you on your high horse and this, that, and the third, I think you need to give that man a break, because deep down somewhere in that head of yours, a lot of times, a lot of y'all are in your feelings and you just don't want his ass to be right. It don't matter if he's right or men are right or that it's right. It's just this nigga can't be right. I don't want him to be right over me. So I'm going to stay in my rightness and he's wrong. That's wrong. It's childish and it's immature. Clearly, women, yes, y'all have things that y'all need to apologize for. Y'all have things that y'all need to confess to and stuff like that. So don't sit here and make it seem like women is right 100% or 90% or whatever percent of the time and men are wrong. I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. Lord, that's definitely a lie women tell. I done heard that so many times. And it just made me scratch my head, because you see people, they get on Facebook saying they want a relationship. They get on Twitter saying they want a relationship. They get on IG saying they want a relationship. But then they tell you something like that. And it's like, basically, translation, I'm not looking for a relationship right now with you. You know what I'm saying? You just go and add that at the end, women. Don't just make it seem like you're not looking for a relationship, that you ain't trying to settle down, that you don't want to have kids, that you ain't trying to get married, that you ain't trying to have some man buy you a house, buy you a ring, wine and dine you, rub your feet, take you on a vacation. Don't make it seem like that you ain't in it. You interested it's only a few of y'all that I would say that really aren't interested in being in a relationship. But most of y'all damn sure want to be in a relationship. Fuck the timing and no boom, boom, this, that, and the third. No. Yeah, that's definitely a lie. I'm fine. I ain't even know if I was going to put this on here. But I call this truth. Yep, I just said it. When y'all women say y'all fine, I believe it, 110%. I'm going to move on, go on about my day. You say you fine? Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you later. Oh, babe, I'm finna go out with the boy. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. You good? No, I'm fine. Okay. All right, peace. Deuces. Too old for this little playful shit. Say what you mean what you say. This is the truth. I don't take this as a lie. If you say it and you grown, that's what you mean. So don't sit here and be playing when you really want me to stay in, when you really want me to come back, when you really want me to do this. Now, sometimes, again, y'all got to give a man some room and stuff like that. But don't be telling no man it's fine when it really ain't fine and then expect him to do something different. Again, we not no mind readers. We ain't no superheroes. We deal with reality just like y'all deal with reality, all right? So don't just say it's fine if it really ain't fine and it's supposed to mean something else and we're supposed to interpret it as something else. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. That's the biggest lie in the world. Clearly, y'all do this y'all do this to each other. Just lie. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. And then, again, I think that it goes into, I'll be home in 5 minutes. I guess that's the equivalent exchange for a man saying he gonna be home and y'all saying y'all will be ready. I honestly think y'all saying y'all will be ready is worse than him saying he'll be home. Because it's like, yo, we got to go or we got to be somewhere. Come on, we got to go, man. Like, we ain't got time for this. Like, let's go. Let's get up out of here. Dang, and then get into it, and then y'all don't want to go, and we trying to go to church, and oh man, I know y'all like, damn, he getting personal. He talking about himself right now. I am not. Y'all heard me say not right. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Come on, it's time to go. I don't want to hear that. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. Now get ready so we can get gone. If we dating, I'm supposed to pick you up. You need to be ready. You don't need to be getting ready. You need to be ready. Dude, that whole, I'm around the corner. Like, man, I hate people that do that. I hate people when they say that. Like, bro, oh man, it's gonna 10 minutes, it's gonna be 10. I don't like nobody, men or women, that be doing that type of stuff, man. Just, hey, women, y'all know y'all got a lot going on. Do whatever you need to do so you can be out and get out whenever you need to get out so we can get gone. I want to take it slow. I definitely think women say this, and I believe this is a lie. I believe this is a lie wholeheartedly. I do not think women want to take it slow. Again, I think when I hear this, I think it means I want to take it slow with you, nigga. I want to take it slow with you. Because somebody else, they can get that box, they can get that head, they can get that key, they can get that money, whatever. The right guy can get access to the queendom. The right guy. You, sir, are just not the right guy. So your access can be granted, but it is currently denied. That's just a scenario where it's like, if she say she want to take it slow, I definitely believe that's a lie that women tell two different men, at different times. Sometimes I will definitely say that it's the truth. Most of the time, I definitely think that's a lie. I definitely think that's a lie. Sorry, I fell asleep. Oh, I hate this shit. Even when I was younger, this got to be the most annoying. And I'm sure dudes do this too, but I think women do it more than dudes. Why y'all do that, man? Why y'all do that? Y'all know damn well y'all laid up under some other dude. Y'all went somewhere. Y'all know damn well y'all not sleep, man. And then some of y'all got the nerve to, you'll make it even seem believable. Again, I think women the best lies. Y'all won't go on Twitter, won't go on Instagram, won't go on Facebook just to prove that you asleep. No, your ass wasn't asleep. If I call your homegirl and ask her, was you asleep? she'll be like, we've been talking for, she probably gonna lie for you too, but y'all been talking, it's a reason. Just tell the truth. Don't be sitting here telling, if a girl tell you, sorry, I fell asleep, you fall asleep too, my nigga. Go to sleep, because that's it. All right? She don't want to talk to you. She don't want to talk to you right now. She got other shit going on. She up under another nigga. She thinking about another dude. She ain't got time for you. She fell asleep on you. She didn't fall asleep. She just fell asleep in your world. She not awake there. I have my period. This one is hard. This one can definitely, this is like a 50-50 lie. Yes, some women lie. Yes, some women are telling the truth. This is my advice, fellas. I don't want to take the chance that she not lying, because she gonna have more of an attitude and you ain't gonna be able to get no pussy. So take the chance that she telling the truth. She really got her period. But you also need to be mindful of women's cycles. I know guys, when I was younger, they knew women's cycles better than the women knew their own cycles. And women actually like that shit, because they knew when they could get some pussy and when they couldn't get some pussy. So that might be something, fellas, I learned a long time ago for you to keep up with. You keep up with her cycle instead of waiting on her. Yes, the cycle can be an off cycle. It can change, but typically it's the same. So if she says, I have my period, she probably, or I'm on my period, she probably is on her period. But again, I'm putting it 50-50. I just think a little bit lean more towards the go ahead and believe her. Okay. That's it for the lies men tell, the lies women tell. This actually went longer than I thought it would. But I'm not done. I got a little bit more because I wanted to talk about rumors. I just didn't really think this was going to be that long as far as me going through all of these different lies. So I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you don't want to stay for this extra bit, go ahead and head out. I'm going to give everybody my stuff at the end of it. But I got a few more things I want to talk about, and then I'm going to wrap and I'm done. Rumors. We talking about lies, and I couldn't help but think about rumors. And again, all of this stuff going on, whether it be Aziz Ansari, Russell Simmons, whoever is in the news, R. Kelly, all these different individuals, I just got to thinking like, damn, man, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot of rumors. It's a lot of lies. It's a lot of truths being found. And I was just like, I got to put a couple of rumors in here. And I only put 2, so this is not going to be that long. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to be that long. First rumor, if y'all remember way back, Chingy made headlines for rumors that he was in a romantic relationship with transgender model Sydney Starr. Since then, Starr issued an apology. I don't even think a lot of people know that this person admitted, that they lied about this whole situation. She issued an apology to Chingy, admitting to lying about the relationship. She said, and I quote, I met him as a fan because I was a backup dancer. Chingy didn't know anything about me. He didn't know my background. He didn't know I was transgender. I just need people to know that the things I said about Chingy weren't true. Man, that fucked Chingy up. Like, that derailed all his he was trying to come back, and I think he had you know what I'm saying? He had, who did he have? He had Rudy, I think he had, was like that last little video, you know what I'm saying, that he was just kind of getting popping back up. He had Rudy all up in the video. I wanted to talk about this because I'm just like, man, fellas, what would y'all do? Like, for real, what would y'all do, man? Because I know I would want to fuck somebody up, man, if they said something like this about me. Whether I was a rapper or not, man, but this is a rumor that I won't say messed up his career, because I think a lot of other things went into messing up his career, but damn, this really set him back, man. And to find out it was a bunch of bullshit is like, yo, that shit crazy. Joe Budden had a lot of rumors about him, but he came out and he literally said everything as far as any of his domestic violence stuff and all were dismissed. All. And that don't really add up. If he really did something, all of it was dismissed. he ain't get no charges for none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all like dropped or whatever the case may be. Didn't testify, whatever the case may be. And again, Joe don't say he no thug or nothing like this, but the truth comes out. But again, nobody cares about the truth. I heard so much stuff about these stories. I didn't fuck with Joe Budden for a long time because I believed a lot of this shit was true. And I was like, yo, I can't listen to this dude music. I can't support this dude. I can't do this. And I know a lot of people liked him. They was fans. They was like, oh, he rapper, whatever the case may be. But then I was like, damn, when I really found out that, and I looked it up and like, yo, the court, like literally, he was never convicted of none of the allegations over the years, ever. And I was just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, maybe I was wrong about this. And it's so crazy. I think CeeLo had the one thing, and I think, you know, that he lost a lot of stuff, and that set him back about that. And I found out that wasn't true, and that didn't go down how it went down, because I wasn't fucking with CeeLo for a long time. It's so many little things, and dudes get set back. But this one right here with Chingy, it's just like, yo, I would have had to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? They would have had to put me in jail. Like, what can you do, man? You know how crazy you look? If somebody come out and say something like that and they got a picture with you and you sitting here, you got to sit here and defend it and fight it and do all this stuff. Again, that was just rumor and it was a lie. Nelly, again, Nelly, if y'all remember, told police that he had consensual sex with the alleged victim, and she got mad because she thought he was messing with one of his dancers. The dancer was also on the bus at the time of the alleged rape. Nelly was accused of sexual assault by a woman in late 2017. Charges against Nelly were dropped after the alleged victim refused to testify. I know I said that backwards, but y'all, I don't know. I probably put it out of order, but again, this is another situation where this one didn't go like Chingy. Nelly's career is already where it's at. And it didn't hurt him or help him. It set him back for like a little bit because nobody could believe that Nelly actually did this shit. Nobody seemed to believe that shit. It was like, oh, this woman lying, ain't nothing to back this up, blah, blah, blah. And it was so random. I remember when it came out, it was just like random as hell when it came out. And then, you know, a little bit later, it came back that it wasn't true, and then he filed a countersuit for defamation, and he lost some money, and you know what I mean? He said he was going to start doing country, he was done with rap, and all this other stuff, and it's like, yo, this really could have affected Nelly, but he had all his ducks in a row when this situation happened, you know what I mean? He even had a whole fiance, you know what I'm saying? But again, right there, you say it was consensual, everybody, you know, like, again, that's one of them situations where it's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really could have been set back, but he wasn't. We don't know what's going on with Nelly in that whole situation. We don't know if that's rumor or that's true. I didn't think it was true, but again, I'm not going to talk about that woman. I just looked at these two situations and I was just like, man, these are some real fucked up situations, especially when they came out and it was like both of these is false. I think Chris Brown had the situation with the little chick where she was talking about the pistol and all of that, and she didn't have no evidence to back that up, and that basically got dismissed. And I'm just like, man, that can really mess you up. Even when I heard about that Chris Brown situation, I was like, damn, Chris. I was just like, it just didn't even make no sense. That shit just sounded crazy when I heard it, you know what I'm saying? And then I saw all the other little stuff, and she got text messages saying she out to get him, and people coming, you know, it's just like, everybody out to get Chris. I really feel like it's like everybody hate Chris, you know what I'm saying? Ever since Love His Music, hate him. The Chingy situation, when that came out, I just was like, at first I was like, huh, what? And I was like, oh, you know, because I think a lot of dudes, and y'all know, y'all niggas got catfish. A lot of y'all was like, y'all didn't know that was a man. I will be honest. I was skeptical. I won't say that I immediately knew that was a man, whatever, transgender, but I was skeptical from the jump when that whole story came out because I was like, yo, this don't sound right. Because again, when it came out, it was like, and then at first I was like, damn, is they trying to say this girl is a man and that's really not, like at first it almost seemed like they was just, you know, because it was Chingy, like they was just saying he messed with transgenders and stuff like that. Like they was trying to say that this woman was a man and she really wasn't. I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if that's a man. And then it's like, but I didn't deep dive. I was like, whoa. I was like, I gotta be careful, because if this is really like, I'm not finna be looking too hard. I'm just trying to see. And then it came out, this person did go through the whole thing. They had some pictures, but really, no pictures really definitively came out of this person as a boy. I mean, it's like these seem like two different people. Again, I don't know, because I think this person went through the change when they were like a teenager, and I was just like, damn, how does a teenager get like $16,000 to go through this hormone change and yada yada yada? But then again, I was like, what woman would lie about being a man or having been a man in the in the past and stuff like that? It just was confusing. But I was just like, damn it, I have to get Chingy, man. I was like, what Chingy, what you getting caught up in? And I want to say this was not too far away from the whole, Mr. C and just all of his stuff. And it's like, yo, what's up? And I think something came out about Funk Flex. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like with this, these alleged things. Maybe it wasn't Funk Flex. Maybe it wasn't. I think it was more about him, beating his wife and, stuff like that, man. Which, that was crazy. And I believe, he got a whole issue with his family and son, and like that was all legit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was crazy, just that whole Chingy situation. What I did learn from this, just kind of looking, and I picked those because I didn't want to go through every one of them, but I was just like, damn, lies and rumors, you know what I mean? Like, these are two things that can really get you fucked up, have you hemmed up, you know what I'm saying? Get you locked up, lose your career, lose your license, you lose your life, all this other type of stuff, man. But in the world we live in today, again, a rumor travels as far as the eyes can see, and the truth dies immediately. Like, it's just gone. You know what I mean? That rumor is out of here. Gone. The truth, it just falls flat. And also, there are way more rumors about men that were fake than any rumors about women that were true. I was just like, I know there's some stuff going on, but the women are so good. I was just like, yo, a lot of these rumors about men came to be found out that these things were fake. They were lies. They were embellished. They didn't release the tape. It was a, communicated thing. And then on the flip side for the women, all of their stuff was true. I remember ASAP Rocky did the pretty big forehead bitch, you know what I'm saying? And just like that whole thing of Rita Ora, and, you hear these different little stories about, different, Rihanna, whoever the case may be, and it's like, yo, that was true. It was none of that came out to be false. Those rumors, it was like, yeah, this happened. Yeah, this is true. It's like the women admitted, like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, this is true. But it wasn't the same way for the men, to where, yeah, that was fake. Made up, never happened. I'm done. I didn't talk long enough. Hopefully, y'all got something out of this episode, even if it was just pure entertainment. Sorry for being so long-winded. I'm gone. I ain't even gonna talk no more. This is AJ. This is the What We Gonna Do podcast. Again, find me on social media at What We Gonna Do Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Email me whatwegonnado@gmail.com. If you would like to start a podcast, please visit podbean.com/What We Gonna Do. If you would like to support the show, please visit patreon.com/What We Gonna Do. I am on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Google Play Music, wherever you can find the podcast, you should be able to find me. Holler at me, comment, retweet, like, subscribe, review, do all of that good stuff that's going to help this show out. All right, until next time, peace.